Okay. Have you ever been to Paris, had a cafe au lait, sitting on the sidewalk with a small pastry, my preference, a cannelé, smelling everything in the air around you? Well, if you want to hear about a fragrance that'll remind you of that, you know what to do. Welcome back, NYC Fragrance family. Joe with another video. Yes, today I'm talking to you about a fragrance that will remind you of being in a Paris cafe, smelling pastries around you, the beautiful sweet dough and cafe in the air, and all of the things that just go together with a fine day in Paris, sitting at the sidewalk having just a great old time. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the house of Teo Cabanel, and it is their fragrance called Teo Cabanel. Beautiful bottle, nice solid metal cap, and this fragrance, like I said, it evokes the feeling of being in a Paris cafe. The notes in this fragrance, you have mandarin on top, coffee, and cinnamon. In the mid you have rose, heliotrope, milk, and butter. Now I don't know about that, that might cause a heart attack if you wear it, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so, and in the base you got vanilla, tonka, caramel, sandalwood, and musk. This thing is a gem. Gem. And I am a big fan of the perfumer Cecile Zarokian. She has made one hit after another. If you know fragrances like Mas Milano's Tango, Nishane's Ani, Javoy's Private Label, or MDCI's Blue Satin, then you're familiar with some of Cecile's work. This is, again, another piece of artistry coming out of her lab. And let me tell you something, Teo Cabanel did the right thing by getting her to make a fragrance for them. So, what you get here is this velvety, delicious, gourmand fragrance. Now, I see that it was listed as a female fragrance on Fragrantica, but for you gourmand lovers, men and women, you could rock this no problem. I sprayed it on, I wore it, I was loving it all day. You know, it kind of almost puts me in that aspect of like when I wore something like Xerjoff Lyra with that caramel going on. It's just a beautiful fragrance. It's well blended, it is unbelievable. You know, you get this whole thing of, like I said, you're sitting there in a cafe in France, in Paris, or anywhere in France for that matter, and you smell the coffee in the air being brewed. You smell the pastries from all the scent of the vanilla that's in the pastries, and creaminess and milk, and then people walking by with their perfumes, and there's a little bit of floral in the air like the heliotrope and the rose. And then the thing to me that stands out the most for this, there's plenty of fragrances where I've smelled, you know, the caramel thing going on with vanilla mixed together, but this one has the spiciness with the cinnamon that just lingers with you, and it just gives it something a little extra. And you know, cinnamon's a big thing in pastry making. I know my aunt, she makes her own pastries. She makes cannolis and things like that around the holiday season. And the one thing she always requests, for some reason where she lives at, she can't get natural cinnamon. And she always requests that I bring her some when I come for the holidays. I don't know what it is, but apparently whatever we get here in New York is better than some of the stuff they get where they live. So, I know I'm going off track. But that cinnamon note in particular is what reminds me of that type of stuff. Those type of things, the pastries. And then there's the coffee note. A lot of people say is very prominent, but I only get like a slight hint of it. For me, it's all about the cinnamon here. The cinnamon, the caramel, and the vanilla. That's what really binds together. Then you get the tonka, and you get this nice creamy sandalwood with a slight muskiness and a dry down. Let me tell you something. This is not an easy fragrance to find, but if you could seek it out, definitely do so. You could probably get it directly from Teo Cabanel. I'll link their website below. And let me tell you, you are not going to be disappointed if you like gourmand fragrances. It is one beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So, NYC Fragrance family, I hope I brought you something else and something new that you can value and you can appreciate. Till next time, remember to like, comment, and the people that are not subscribed, please subscribe. And as always, remember, NYC Fragrance family, if you smell good, you feel good. Have a nice day.